Is mine recording?
It's been recording, love.
Awesome.
Well, this is what I wanted, right?
Yeah, you have an awesome carving room.
I was meaning more than that, actually.
Generalizing?
Yeah, generalizing.
I think it's what you wanted.
Trying to control something. I don't know what. I don't think I'm doing a good job at controlling it. What do you think?
I don't know what it is.
Oh. Salute, love.
Cheers.
This is the Wednesday shorty that, guess what?
It's still Wednesday.
Well, today's Tuesday.
Oh, God, dang.
It ain't getting up on Wednesday.
All right, sorry.
So it's
I really thought it was Wednesday.
No, it's Tuesday.
Yep, that's what happens when you don't have a 9 to 5.
Oh, my goodness. All right, well, it is poured. We couldn't hear it in here anyway.
No, it was crazy.
I think your chair's higher than mine. But I got the new wheels on this. These are badass
Skateboard wheels.
Yeah, they are. I want to get a nice
armrest.
Yeah.
Tall armrest.
I think they're calling it more like drafting.
Oh, really? Okay.
Well, drafting the chair. You
Yep.
kind of sit up, but that's what I want. But I didn't figure we need to spend the money.
Okay, birthdays passed.
And $21 for wheels I thought was better than $200 for a whole chair. Plus, I got to get these wheels for that chair.
Sure.
They all come with those little.
Can't you like screw some arms onto it?
That one caught on fire.
I feel this.
Yeah.
That's right. You
I
told
caught
me
that one on fire trying to paint
Forgot about
Decoys last winter.
That's right. I forgot.
This has always been the one I'm in. This has always been in the. It's always been a dirty one. Not that that's clean, but that was the painted one. Actually, it was a little nicer chair than this one. But all right, so I guess I'm rambling, but this is the Pitboss podcast shorty. It's supposed to go up on Wednesday, and this is probably not going to be live till Thursday.
Okay.
But I heard the rain again. But it is super. So if you don't know, Pitboss World Headquarters in the big shop, 52 by 104 with 100-foot ceilings, 18-foot ceilings. That happened to be metal. It was a very loud when it was pouring.
Yeah.
That was a question to you.
It was very loud.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Very loud.
Yeah, it was deafening almost.
But in here it was quiet.
Yeah.
My biggest. So where are we sitting, love? This is. Well, yeah. Where are we sitting? I'll let you.
That's your carving room. It's Jeff has kind of made do with an outdoor kind of shed for many years, and then
A 12 by 24.
Yep, and then moved down to Ocean Pines in Ocean City, Berlin, and kind of ran out of room there. And there's small lots in Ocean Pines, but he was ingenious in that he decided to make an enclosed trailer.
He or me?
You.
Oh, okay.
You are ingenious.
Okay. All right, well, thank you. I appreciate that. You said he. I was like thinking maybe it was.
Well, you are ingenious in that he.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Created an enclosed trailer
Just
and made
your
it
eyes
into
on
a
me.
yes, enclosed trailer. Let me finish my sentence.
I'm going to take a drink and let you talk.
Into his carving trailer, and he made it work, and it wasn't ideal by any means, but space was a premium, and but this is like the ultimate.
I was going to say state of the art.
Carving shop.
'Cause I've been in plenty of guys' carving shops over the years, right?
Yeah.
And this just, well, I do want to rewind and say, so, on Pintail there, we had water in the backyard, so we had to be 15 feet away from the water, couldn't have anything. Yeah. Ocean Pines itself has a 200 square foot shed limit. We could apply for a variance, but our side yards are so close. The shed was supposed to be inside the building lot, which like it would have been like a nothing shed.
Yeah.
So the idea of back in my drag racing days with the 70 Chevelle Super Sport, had a 32-foot enclosed trailer for it at one time in a different life. And I thought, well, actually we saw pods, right? We've seen some people that, not pods, but like guys that have like remodeling construction crews that they were dropping these.
They're shipping containers.
Yeah, off in somebody's driveway, and there were shops inside. I was like, duh. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Why don't we put ours on wheels, though? So let's see what kind of a car trailer we can get. So we got the 20-foot enclosed car trailer, Pace American. And in theory, like, it should still have some value here. It hasn't went anywhere.
No.
Has no miles on it. Maybe a little dusty inside.
Yep.
Excuse me. But yeah, so that was kind of the concept or the thought process of having, I don't know, you can see a reflection in that window. I guess I'm from that window.
Mirror.
But yeah, that was kind of the concept. So I knew I was going to have a carving room here, but a lot of some stuff we planned out very well, but some stuff we just did on the fly.
Yep.
And basically this is 14 by 16 with 9-foot ceilings, which actually mirrors the other side of the shop. So aesthetically, when you're on the Peerless Road side that has the two 14 by 14 doors and you're looking towards Whaleyville Road, it only has the one 14-foot door. That they, the inside kind of, to me, was aesthetically. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, aesthetically pleasing to the eye or correct.
Yep.
Right, so, and from last week when we sat here, not that we're not dirty, but the fan was running in the window. It was very humid, and we were both. Well, I remember I had patched shirt on. They're like, how many shades of blue has it been today? Because it was like soaking wet. Yeah. Like you said it was too much information. My underwear is dry today. Or last week it
hasn't. No, it's definitely been humid, but not as hot. But Jeff has air conditioning.
We put in a little,
mini split.
Well, I was gonna say we did a good bit of it, but no, we didn't do it all.
No,
we have JC
help
to thank.
On this one.
JC, Steve, and Fred West to thank for that. But yeah, it's a 1-ton mini split. Feels really nice.
Yep, heating and cooling.
Yeah, we Delmarva Installation came in and insulated pretty decently, I think.
Yep.
Gerardo A and E drywall came back and drywalled. We painted half-ass. Hate painting.
No awards here.
No, hate painting. Not decoys, but walls. But yeah, like it just feels good.
Yeah, no, it's just Jeff needs to be able to carve year round, and this is going to make it a much more pleasant experience.
I hate using the word game changer, but like for me,
yeah,
this has got to be to some degree a game changer because it's just going to allow me to sit out here when it's hot and nasty and humid and
get a big old TV out here, make it just an enjoyable place to come and work.
Yeah, 100%. So if you're not watching on YouTube, and not that we're going to give a tour, but basically there is a 6-glass light door that is in the 16-foot wall, comes down the 14-foot wall, which is the Whaleyville Road side, which has the mini split. The exterior unit, we actually have vented right into the shop. Shop's huge. What's with the eyes, love? We can't say that? Why? What's wrong with that?
Let it vent it in there.
Love, there's no exhaust that comes out of it that is CO2. It's hot air and some condensation, which all goes outside. Anyway, the unit in theory should last us longer because it's not out in the weather. And freaking surf scooter's on me, wearing me out about how hot it's going to be. I was like, it's hot in here anyway. Like with the doors open, it doesn't really matter. The air blows through. So the 14-foot wall, that is where the head is. There's really nothing on that wall except some nice 20-amp services. I did put a piece of molding down below. We're going to finish it off just for shits and giggles. The wall that's behind you, Karen, runs the 16-foot. Right to your hard left is the bandsaw. Still not 100% sure. Well, that's where it's going to be. But as far as it being secured to the floor yet, that hasn't happened. Chris's idea about we added a window after the fact. So Chris Wilhelm, Pole Building Outfitters, thank you very much. That's a great idea. Yeah. He was concerned because it had a leftover window that had grates in it. The house windows don't have grates, but no big deal. Nobody's going to see it. It is black though. It is black outside. Yeah. Then we come to the corner where I have another 20-amp 240 service that I got an email that the 3-horse dusk collection system is coming UPS freight, and then the hanging unit that I got is coming standard UPS. So I don't know if it must not be over 70 pounds, 75 pounds. But then we come down, that's where it'll be in that corner, come down another 14-foot wall. I do have a bench that bench is semi-permanent now because the way I have it attached. And then behind me, make a turn. I did get the shelf system up over the carving bench, so I'm pleased with that. And we have another window. Again, that was always kind of a given.
Yep. Where are you going to put the TV?
I don't know. I really want it more for noise, I think.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, like just today with when I was in here doing the shelves, and I will finish my thought. Today with doing the shelves, I had attempted to watch a couple YouTubes, but really I listen to them. I really don't watch them that much. I still have the old DVD player with the collection of DVDs that would be cool to hang underneath one of the one of the shelves.
Like you did.
But maybe I looked up at it, but like it was just noise.
Yeah.
So the TV, I don't know. I don't know that I if it's a TV, it doesn't have to be very big because
right.
I
Maybe
think it's
Dan's
just
old TV.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna be noise.
Just mount that and get some speakers.
Yeah, 100%. So I was I don't know. Maybe do it behind me so that again I'm not watching. I'm more listening.
No, but this is technically going to be the man cave. Let's just admit that.
And I have to totally rewind. Is that this is maybe a tad bit larger, but this is what I envision. We are not in the official Pitboss studios yet, but this is getting a step closer. The next room over is where I really want to have this all set up, a little more streamlined.
Yeah, this will be kind of a dirty, dusty room too. So
yeah, 100%. But short term, if it is nasty, so Saturday, I don't want to. No spoiler alert. I don't want to spoil it. So, but anyway, hopefully George Williams does make it down. I thought nicer to sit in here talking about decoys, his history in decoy carving. Yep. And George Williams, if you don't know, is the person that I give a lot of credit to for really dialing me in on my painting. He really helped. To me, he helped me.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah, but I just thought if it's just so super nasty outside that this would be very easy, to pull this off, right? That's why we got the air conditioning. Oh, and the other thing is, in the wintertime it's heat. So
yep.
I imagine the concrete will be cold in the winter. There's no foam underneath this concrete, but yes, this is the new carving room, decoy room, carving room. Haven't decided exactly 100% what. Not that we need to name it, but like what?
It helps when we chat about things.
Yeah. So we can say, hey,
Yep.
Like I'm really calling.
I could call it the carving room.
Or I call the other room. I think the locker room is what more of what I'm referring it to. So, if you're watching on YouTube, here is a new surf scooter pattern.
I like it. I noticed it. Yeah.
Yeah. Check. You like it?
Yeah, I do.
I'm trying to streamline just a little bit. So like, if you want to hold up one of these teal in front of you, Karen. So like that, the end of the bill, I have improved. I improved that last year, but at the same time, it's not to this degree, right? Where and that hook's not. That's a little exaggerated, but anyway, this is I'm trying to streamline so I can be much more productive. Yeah, but like the end of the bill, how about? Right here, if you got it. A second here, I can grab it. Can you catch it? There you go. Uh-oh. Hit the cough button, love. Hit the cough button. We don't have one. But yeah, they're just, especially but the tip of the bill, I still need to carve that in where the idea of here's a common scoter. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you very much. And if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up if you like our style of what is this? I can't really say it's my style of carving.
Entertainment.
Is it entertaining?
I hope so.
And if you're listening and you have commented to us, I do appreciate the input.
Yep.
I was talking to Sarah from Molly's today and told her that lots of people have been reaching out and giving us positive comments. So, but yeah, I probably that was a little bit too loud. I'm sorry, but yeah, just trying to streamline things. I've got an order of 24, which is actually 36 because I'm making more. Singles go. Everybody seems like single birds, but trying to do a bunch of high heads. Where did I go with this? Yes, if you're watching on YouTube, I'll rewind. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you very much. And if you're listening on any other major podcast platforms, the audio of this, we appreciate you tuning in too. So, love, I don't know. We had a good one. No, it was not good. It turned out to be good. It was so weird.
Yeah.
So I did. Damian Pittman, Punisher Waterfowl, did his. We tried to do it on Saturday. He lost power, something, and we finished on Sunday. And I told Damian that I don't know how many, maybe. You know what? It was last week's. Excuse me, when we sat here doing. Maybe it was outside. It was one of the last 2 shorts we did. Like you weren't into it. It was hot and humid,
right?
And like we were just kind of drug through it. I went to bed. And I'm like, man, kind of like, yeah, that sucked.
It wasn't good.
That wasn't good. Yeah. I woke up, still kind of feeling that way, and I was like, all right, bust out the editor, went through it, and it's like, I don't think it's that bad. Like it was just that kind of thing where, and I told him the same thing. Where like that happened, and then like with Geoff Jeff Wood, PEI Canada, Charlottetown, we were having trouble, technical problems. Should we start it over? You guys are all about starting over. Like, no, I'm not starting this over. We're going to keep going. And the only thing I had to really edit out, and I don't know that you can, if you watch the YouTube, you probably can see it. If you're listening to the audio, you can't tell. But there was just a big lag between when we spoke and when he spoke.
Just that delay. Yeah,
it was like 3 seconds, 4 seconds sometimes in between us. So I did go through and edit that out, and I don't know. I don't think it was that bad.
No, I thought it was good.
I'm going to reiterate that too. We are doing the G&J, not the GNP, the G&J PEI, Prince Edward Island, Canada Goose Hunt. We have a spot for 2 more people. If anybody's interested, you can go back and listen to the last podcast with Jeff, and he is the guide, and he can explain it all to you, but it's just going to be a good time.
Yep, reach out. If you're interested at all, just if you have any questions, we'll do our best to answer everything that we can. Jeff has plenty of experience crossing the border with firearms. So
Jeff with a J, that would be me.
Yeah.
It's easy to cross the border into Canada with a gun. All you have to do, if you don't have this is a very important step. You need to stop on the U.S. side. I don't know what the number of the form is, but there is a form that you fill out. You have the gun serial number on it, who you are, and they officially stamp it that yes, in fact, somebody checks the serial number.
Yep.
You give them.
They authenticate it.
And you have your passport. Bam, it's your gun. So now, when you come back into, and it's free. That whatever this form is, just a little, it's like a 4x6 card.
Yeah.
When you come back in, and if anybody knows what it is, please tell me, because I will remember it, because I've been talking about it so much. I can't.
Yeah, we just go Google it.
Well, I should just go dig mine out, but it's buried somewhere.
Yeah.
But yes, it's not. It costs nothing. But it's a good thing to have. I've only been asked twice. I've been asked twice. And man, I don't know how many times.
I'm sorry.
No,
you use the same form, like the same stamp form each time we go back with that gun, right?
Yeah, yes. If it's that gun, like I've collected them over the years, where each time a different gun or a new gun, you have to get another one, right? But it's good. It's good forever.
Yeah. Where is it?
What?
Where is it?
That's with my hunting light. It's in my bag.
It
is in my bag, and it is in my hunting room in what we call the PEX room, right?
Okay. I was just afraid with the move, everything's gotten shuffled around.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm concerned maybe a mouse has been in the bag a couple times, but
let's
yes.
throw us black snake in there. We'll be good.
Yeah. It's the PEX room, and I don't know. I talk about that much, but all of the conditioned living space right here at PBHQ, located in Whaleyville, Maryland. It has, we went 2 inches of foam underneath it. It has R10 value, and we have 5/8 of an inch PEXed.
What's R10 value?
It would be the
the piping stuff, the orange stuff.
It was the foam, but it's the insulation value,
okay.
The R value.
All right, sorry, I just hadn't.
I don't know what R stands for.
I'd heard you say that before.
Yeah,
R10 value.
Well, 1 inch was 5, and 2 inches we used is 10. It's like much in here. I think up in the ceiling here is R22 and R13 or 18 in the walls.
Okay, all these things you learn.
It makes my head want to explode.
Yeah, you learn a lot. Jeff pretty much helped build this place, so he knows it inside out.
Chris Wilhelm, not that I didn't have respect for him, but I have a lot of respect for him, and he quick. We're having not an insurance.
Chris Wilhelm from
Wilhelm. Pole Building Outfitters.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good guy.
He is a very good guy. We're having, again, not an issue, but questions, concerns from State Farm and
Insurance.
or insulation.
Oh, okay.
No, not our insulation. Our insurance.
Yes, our homeowner's insurance policy.
Yeah, so real quick, I text Chris, and he got right back to me. So
Yep.
sent me a little
Anyway, we're all over the place, but we're back.
Austin Powers Dr. Evil meme.
Yeah.
Where am I at, love? Can you help me? Can you?
Well,
bring
we
me-
were talking about PEI, the guns. So anyway,
You get guns. It's easy. And then when you get on the Canada side, or you go in, take your little form the only reason you need your little form that you fill it out on the U.S. side, you're going to need your serial number. So when you go in and fill out, I have no idea what that form's called. But you can put up to three long guns on that form. You pay them $25 for the form. So 1, 2, or 3 guns is $25. And that's in Canada dollars. And currently, so the $25 is about 1950, 20-ish.
is it 2 guns per person?
No, the form has 3. You can fill 3 guns out.
3 guns per person. Okay.
Yes, the issue was your gun. I was going to put your gun on mine, and I couldn't because that would be 4. And I took. I don't know.
Yeah, I just remember they
took
were
about-
like, no.
Oh well. We just broke up in there. No, so we had a lot of guns with us. I won't say why we did, but we did, and I couldn't put them all on my form, so put them on your form. Then they gave us grief about what was that face you made?
I just remembered.
Okay, but then so this form in Canada is supposed to stay with you. So if you would get questioned by anybody, I'm going to jinx us. Knock on wood. Man, first off, I've never been stopped, detained, questioned in Canada. Secondly, on PEI, I don't know if I've ever seen a police officer.
I think I've seen one police car go
I'm
by.
being sincere.
Yeah, no, it's
The only time I've really seen, in the cities like Montreal, that kind of thing, yes, I have seen. But like in Ontario, the OPP, Ontario Provincial Police, I see their vehicle occasionally, but I don't know if I've seen anybody on PEI ever. But anyway, you're supposed to carry this form with you, so if you get stopped, you can say, I'm legal, kind of thing, so you don't get in trouble. So I was saying, when I come back, it's twice I can remember being stopped at Buffalo. Not being stopped. Obviously, you're stopped when you come back in, but being questioned about guns. And then the one time, it would have been, I don't know if it was the first PEI trip or the second Bay of Fundy trip. They don't have the February eider season or sea duck season on the Bay of Fundy anymore. February special season, but twice I got stopped. But I know coming in at St. Stephen and then at Buffalo. But again, all they do is they look at you on the U.S. side, look at your form, look at your gun, you're good to go. So yeah, PEI cannot wait to go. It's going to be a great time. I'm excited actually that Scoter can be up there.
yeah, she's gonna have a blast.
All right. Paulie McKinnon on PEI at Maggie's Pub was probably listening to this. He gave me grief last time when I said it was a shorty and you called it a quickie, and I said it was a shorty. And he went on some story about some rabbit went into the garden, down a hole and around. I don't know. Some kind of, possibly a Canadian meaning in there. I don't know.
I can't keep up.
I think he was just saying it was freaking long. It was not short. I don't think he was complaining. I think it was the verbiage of the Wednesday shorty.
Shorty.
Yeah, because it wasn't shorty or quick. But quick update on the Scoter dog. She's been on the table 8 times. Still doesn't like my hand, but she's good to go with a bumper. So
I think it's just the nature of the dog.
Yeah,
it's just counterintuitive for them.
I was talking with Damon the other day, and Richard Barnes, Ed Forey, always said dog training. Is there science? Is there structural based? I won't call it science, but is there science behind it? But it's more of an art form because every dog, just like every person, is different. So even though you're going to go through the same steps to train the dog, you have to apply things differently. So it's more of an art form of hey, this dog has this issue, this dog has that issue. How do you navigate around that?
Yep.
And and make it work. So
yep. No, she's a smart little thing, but she definitely has I think she'll have a bit of a stubborn streak in her.
I've told people, and again, man, it's like that thing where like is what's most recent what you remember best. But I can tell you, black American dogs. Although I thought, can I say Poacher was good looking? We called her Little Face. She was a little dog. Coot, I thought was a good looking dog. Mm-hmm. Diamond was much like Bristol, where she was like almost like a handsome masculine female, mm-hmm. right? She was
big. Yeah,
she was a
big
thin,
dog.
a light, a non-thick 80-pound dog, long-legged. Yep. And then Poacher was Poacher. You know, that truthfully should have been about 52, 54 pounds. She was little
fat girl.
Yeah, she had a little. Well, Gam had her up to what, 80 plus pounds.
She had a very, very broad chest and thin legs, and like she, she was an odd shaped little thing.
Yeah, and then Booger was a good looking male.
He was, except his ears.
Yeah, and then Bristol was a male. I'm sorry, a female version.
Bristol was beautiful.
Yeah, so like they were really good looking dogs. Anyway, long story short, as far as American dogs go, I think Scoter's right in there with them. She's a good-looking dog. She has a really nice coat. We're doing this whole conversation with does she have a sway back or not? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. If anybody's familiar with the Mac Man project that we had, I kind of miss him occasionally.
Yeah, me too.
I hope he's doing well somewhere.
Yeah. We're in a better place that we could have potentially been able to handle him better with the property here, but in Ocean Pines it wasn't a good place for him.
Alex Abraham, we truly tried hard.
He was a sweet dog.
Alex kept checking in with us, and then like I felt horrible, and finally I said, Alex, he's like, he said, yeah, I know you tried. And I'm like, I feel horrible.
Yeah, the neighbors would listen what the screaming sounds are. And,
First thing in the morning. At whatever time he went outside. Yeah. But anyway, like she has a nice coat like he did, but her back and hips are very much like him.
Yep.
I think so, and it kind of makes sense too because that was, in Scoter on the sire side. I mean, Alex is in there, so not that Mac is in there, but he kind of in there. Mm. So it kind of makes sense.
Well, she's just turned 6 months too, and she's not completely grown into herself. Mm-hmm. So we need to give her a little bit more time before final judgment's made. But she's good looking.
Oh, she's I guess more than her look, she just has a really nice personality.
Yeah, she loves people. I mean, what lab really doesn't love people, but like she really connects with us. Just loves to be around us.
Yeah. So. Mike Barabee. Long pond retrievers. Mm-hmm. He picked her out for us. Yep. He did the breeding, but he was in Georgia and sent her up to us, and he picked her. So thank you, Mike, because she's a nice animal.
They do a really nice job with their breeding. Rye was into going hunting with us at 4 months of age and did not shy away from gunshots. So and I think the same will go for Skoda. They were exposed nicely as pups. So.
I don't think anything sound-wise, nothing's freaked her out, right?
No.
And especially with your Whalerville Wagentails, I mean, like she's exposed to lots of other dogs. Mm-hmm. What are you laughing at?
Yeah. She is the one that just plays with all the other dogs all day long. Mm-hmm. Like it's been good for her.
She's a puppy.
Yeah. No, but she could be the puppy that sits in the corner too, but she's not. She's game to play.
I tell people on Pintail Drive, which is a peninsula, a dead end court. Everybody has water on the backside of them. At one time, way back in the day, Matt Wilson. I don't know where Matt is in New Brunswick, but anyway, he has the topper. Mm-hmm. I had a 8-foot 6-hole topper on my truck. It was actually on this truck too, the current truck, for a little short period of time. But had a topper. I had 5 black labs on Pintail Drive, and I never had an issue with dogs. I'll be honest, right? Because I'm an honest guy. I just let them freaking run. I didn't care.
Mm-hmm. No, there's no one there to care.
Occasionally people come to my door and give me grief.
And Booger was walking up the road with some old guy, right?
Well, that's when he ran away. And the one night, he and Bristol ran away together. And then there's the time that so to correct Booger, I put electric collar on him. I didn't know he was so close to me. I lit his ass up. And then he stayed by my side. He always stayed in eyesight outside.
Yeah.
And the other funny thing was, Poacher, when she was when she was older, at the end, you got that blinking light on her.
Yeah, had to put a blinking light on Poacher because she would do her Poacher thing, and she was like a, stealthy.
And she stayed really kind of in the yard. Just in the night, you couldn't see her, right?
See a little pink flashing light.
Yeah, the light would be flashing. That was a great idea.
She was cute.
But so it's where am I going with this? No issues with dogs. Maybe an issue or two. Can I tell my best Bristol story?
Yeah.
So the White House, 2 up on the other side.
Yeah.
What? I'm thinking about, I don't want to say too much. So, because I don't want to offend anybody. But anyway, older couple lived there. And they watched the other neighbor, which I had a really good relationship with, who still lives there, his little white foo-foo dog. And it was my fault, 100% my fault. Out of the truck, freaking Bristol runs up, I guess she thinks it's a rabbit, whatever. And this woman just starts squealing. And just yells and squeals and yells and squeals and yells and squeals. And I run up there and, oh my God, she is cussing me. Like, I'm just like, I just kept laughing. Not picked her up, but kind of grabbed her. And Pam our next door neighbor, heard this woman. She was so loud. Dummy me, I get her back in the yard. I didn't take the time to put a lead on her, put the cable on her, put anything on her. So this woman wants to proceed. She wants to prove her point. You all right? Mm-hmm. She wants to prove her point. She's going to walk this dog. Didn't choose to go up down the street. Comes back in front of us. But this time, she has a can of Raid. So guess what? Again, it was totally my fault. Bristol runs down there, the exact same thing. And this woman is like trying to spray her, and Bristol's just running around. Eventually, takes a can, tries throwing it at her. So I'm running up there, and now I am laughing. And she's cussing shit. You think this is so funny? I was like, well, you want me to cuss you, or should I just keep laughing? Because this is funny. But anyway, then the police show up. So they called the police. And I remember it was a woman. And you know how the dogs, like our dogs right now at the door, they're like going crazy, right? And I said, I'll let you in the house, but like they're going to jump all over you. And she's like, it's okay. She says, I have a Chesapeake Bay Retriever. I'm good to go. So I brought her in. She's like, this is the vicious dog right here that's like licking her and going off. Oh my gosh. I was like, yep. I said, and I had to explain to her. I was like, hey, it was my fault. I didn't,
Yeah.
But like instead of her the second time, like going the other direction, she walked right in front of her house again. Like, I don't know. What do you want me to do? So.
Yeah. Yeah, Bristol, remember that one time she took off and just snapped her whole collar. Like, she was a big dog.
And that woman cussed me too.
Yeah. That was, I don't blame. It was the little kids that were walking the dog too. So
but Bristol would have attacked the little kid?
No, not the kids.
But that's what she said.
Yeah, no.
And she was, you MFer. I say that one more time. She did. Like, I called 911. Yeah. Said, get this woman off my property. The properties are very little, but fuck her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why we are not living on Pintail Drive anymore.
Yeah. But now we have Duke. So.
And now what is our newest issue?
Duke.
No, on the property. What's our newest complaint we have?
Well, people just pulling into the driveway. Yeah. We had to be Jeff had to be the, I won't say we because he did it. Jeff had to be the old guy and get the signs that said private driveways is not a turnaround. So
I need to find my old lacrosse stick because the next time somebody rolls through the driveway, they're getting a tennis ball. And if they say something to me, they're...
Yeah. No, it sets the dogs off every time. Yeah. It's kind of... kind of bothersome, but anyway.
It is.
But we turn into those people.
What?
We turn into those people.
No, at the very least, it's rude for somebody to do that.
Yeah.
I would not pull... If I saw this, I would try to do my best 3-point turn and move on, not just roll in through. the girl last night, she like slowed up to read the sign and then drove through the U-turn anyway.
That was crazy. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, read the sign and did it anyway. I'm like, okay.
What really put me over the edge was I saw them coming up the road slow. They're looking. You can see them looking. It was an older couple, and I had both garage doors on the Peerless side open, right? They pulled through, broken their necks, breaking their necks, trying to look inside. I walked outside. I put my hands like, what the fuck? And they're like, hey. That's what they waved to me.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Should we end this?
Yes, because it's turning into a longie.
Paulie, thinking of you we are, because hopefully you're listening to this. And everyone else that is listening to this, we appreciate the support. Thank you very much. Got a couple on the full, not the full time, but how about this? On the Monday podcast, we still have some really good things to talk about here before the season starts. Summer's flying by. We're almost at August 1st. I don't know if Dirty Duck Coffee August 1st or September 1st, what's going to happen. I talked to Sarah and Molly's again about that today, so there's some good things there happening. Yeah. I have plenty to do between now and then. October 14th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long list.
Yeah. But it'll get done. We're going to have a great season. And we're going to tweak things more than we have in the years past, and just try to evolve a little bit better. Better or more?
Evolve
Man,
more.
That's some loud thunder.
Yeah.
Evolve more?
Yeah. Yeah, we're just going to evolve into something greater.
I'm sorry, I stopped talking.
Greater.
Yes, evolve into something greater.
There you go.
More impressive?
Yeah, that too. Thanks to Geoff Wood again for doing the podcast with us this week. I know it was kind of a long one just because of our issues, but we appreciate it.
I was going to say, and more or less putting up with me because
Jeff was frustrated.
Hey, in our defense, all three of us, we did a test one afternoon. Remember?
Yes.
And we're pretty good. I think I'm going to go off on another tangent, but I think that the problem really is that we still don't have good internet here.
Yeah.
I still think that's kind of
absolutely.
the root of it.
Yeah.
But that's going to happen.
Yep, we ran our Cat 5 cable. We're ready to go. Ready to go. We need.
All we need is talkie fiber to hook up the optic. What is it called again? Fiber optic.
Fiber optic.
Yep, fiber optic. They tell me it's going to be lightning fast. The only thing that will slow it down is where it comes in the house. If it gets a little bit dirty, and that'll slow it down. But they'll come out and take care of that as part of the service. So.
Can't wait. Oops, sorry.
That's all right.
All right, love. Wrap her up. I gotta go check on my campers.
I'm just hoping my head doesn't explode still today.
You'll be good. You are good. What time is it? 6:30.
All right, we appreciate you taking the time to tune in as always. Thinking of you, we are. Boom, boom.
Cheers.
Thank you, love.
Cheers.
Salute.